Happy New Year's, everybody. It's GIllette Tea Time. You know what we give, child. We come, spare the moment. We here, we come, we come. But Happy New Year's, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. It's a brand new year. I hope everyone is feeling great. Hope everyone's feeling empowered. Look, tip for me. Don't make no New Year's resolutions, y'all. Because y'all don't stick to them. Like after February, after Valentine's Day, girl, y'all pay them. So no New Year's resolutions, okay? But this, just be great, okay? Just be great. Let's get through this pandemic. Let's stay safe. Mask up. Sanitize. Clorox your house down. Do your things. But let's just stay great throughout this pandemic, okay? But Happy New Year. Happy great things. Happy everything. I'm gonna bring up my cast and see what they was doing for the new year. And yeah.
Hi! Oh my God!
Hi, my favorite square.
Hello?
Yes.
Hi, Morgan. Happy holidays.
Happy freaking holidays. How was everyone's Christmas? How was everyone's freaking New Year's? Who wanna go first?
I'm just so embarrassed. You guys sound like womp womp womp. So I'm just gonna leave and I'm going to come right back.
Oh, not womp womp womp. Well, anyway, Sasha, how was your New Year's and how was your Christmas? Because I know you have some great news.
I have great news and I have bad news. Okay, so let's get the bad news out. Well, okay, so
Work.
Christmas.
Greetings from the morgue.
Yes. Thank you for tuning back in, Morgan. So the question was asked, how was my Christmas and my New Year's? So my Christmas, I took my kids to Denny's in Queens. And Denny's is a restaurant that from my era, it used to be a restaurant where you had to call and reserve because it was the hottest place to get in.
Mm-hmm.
Times have changed now, so I wanted to give them that Denny's experience. Unfortunately, we had a good meal, but after we left the restaurant, a man committed suicide in front of me and my son in the train station. So I was scheduled to go to the Rockefeller and take pictures, but I was in such a shock and such a traumatic state. And what also shocked me was the fact that the man was literally standing behind me before he took his own life. He smiled at me before he took his own life, which was another not red flag. I'll take it as a white flag, because sometimes in life when you have become so successful, we tend to take certain things for granted.
Right.
So with that being said, I don't have any New Year's resolution, but I am grateful for this life, because just like that, it could be taken away from you. Rest in peace to that man and to his family, and I give them my condolences. But to have me be the last person that he saw before he jumped the train was, no words can describe that. But my New Year's ended up fair. I won't say that I got drunk. I did drink, but I'm not a drinker, because I have a big project that's coming up, and I'm excited about that. So I'll be looking, like butter next month.
Yes, well, work out. I'm so happy for your New Year's, and I'm so sad that you had to go through that traumatic.
I think that I needed to see that in order for me to respect that the new me doesn't need to come with the excess baggage of the past. And sometimes people move forward and we carry baggage from the past, and it's like the future is saying you can't bring none of that with you.
Right.
So I respect the fact that life needs death and death needs life, and I need you.
Well, all right.
So happy birthday, happy belated birthday, and I love you so much. I wanted to post it on Instagram. I'm still going to post it because it belongs on there. But I didn't want to terrify you with that, because I was literally in a post like how am I going to write this? And then another part of me was like, you're strong, you can write this. And then another part of me was like, I don't want to teach my kids to be fake in front of the cameras. So it's like I'm trying to balance my fantasy and my reality.
I got you. I'm loving the hair. Happy New Year.
Dramatic.
You love it. It's something soft and
I like
it moves.
Yeah, I love the color.
Yeah, you and Morgan doing your thing. Like, look, okay, my hair is given, but it's
Let's see your hair, Mom. Because
it's
you've been growing your hair for eons.
But
It's got it's
Tea.
okay, roots.
We need you to send up part one of these
a
episodes.
little bust down.
Yeah, bust
A
it
little
down for us
bust
one
down.
day.
Come
Morgan,
on,
what's your
Bussy
New
B.
Year's and Christmas gave?
Oh, and I'm wearing BCBG.
Oh, shit! Oh, my Christmas was, December 25th. I celebrated your birthday more than I celebrated Christmas, if I'm being honest. Just because.
Yes.
When a Majel is born, you have to celebrate the Majel. Um,
That
New Year's
fucking
was
cover.
great. Okay, New Year's was great. Not because I did anything, because I didn't do a fuck ass thing. COVID is out here and COVID is getting these bitches. But New Year's is great because, me being the person that I am, I'm very positive for new things to come. So with the new year, I'm not like, oh, new year, new me. No, but what I will do is take what I've done in the past and not bring it to the new year, kind of like what Sasha said, and really amplify and do things differently that, I could have just done better last year. So
Yeah.
all in all, I'm just very excited for 2022. I feel like the rest of the world is still in 2021, but that's okay. They don't have nothing to do with me. What they eat don't make me shit. So welcome to the morgue. I'm here to give you guys life. Yeah, that's
Right.
that.
All right. Well, before I get to me, it's Capricorn motherfucking season,
Mhm.
and two of our cast members are not here because
They capped.
Because
they Capricorns and they celebrate their things. So
Oh, they out capping.
they out
Okay.
capping. So we want to give a special happy birthday to Gunna and a very special happy birthday to Demi. I hope
Same
you
birthday.
have the best birthday ever and many, many, many wishes.
They
And
got
do
the
you
same birthday.
Yeah, everyone tell them happy birthday in the comments. Tell them happy birthday. But anyway, my birthday, well, Christmas was great. My mom came up from North Carolina as she always do. We spent so much time together. My birthday was great. I had a small birthday party. COVID ruined my birthday party, so it was very small, but we had fun. It was very cute. I did a Cali gangs theme. So most of the people had to come and rep their own gangs, like with their own bandanas of plaids or whatever Cali
It
inspired.
was cute. It was very GTA.
It was very ganged out up in here.
It was
Um,
GTA San Andreas to a T, Auntie. I
and
love
I
that.
had the whole soundtrack playing in the back.
And behind me is a new refrigerator. I waited 2 years for them to deliver me a refrigerator. And they delivered it.
Like, girl, I'm talking about my New Year's. And
I'm sorry, Ma.
Congratulations on your. Congratulations on
Hey,
your.
hey, Poshmark told me we don't need you to be a new. You can stay who you are and just continue.
Word
Throw the positive vibes out there. What type of cake did you get, Mommy?
Okay, so I had got my favorite. I had got my favorite cake. My favorite cake is German chocolate cake, and then my mom also. I have a thing for I like themed cakes, so like really like Disney or Kitty like cakes. So we were searching for Fortnites, but we couldn't find it. So we just got like a traditional happy birthday cake, and I let all my friends write happy birthday on it. So it was really fun. New Year's was cunt. My mom was still here. We celebrated. My mom.
Hello, Mommy Virginia. Love you.
She's already gone.
No, she gone.
She been gone. We celebrated. My mom always sleeps New Year's in, and my fiance would sleep as well. But I still parlay, listen to Selena and Summer Walker up to like 3 a.m. and got tipsy. So yeah, that was my New Year's. But
Did you cry?
boots.
No shade. I cried for New Year's too. I didn't want to be the only one.
I think I cried because I'm like, I'm living in like the 2020 and I'm like living in Aeon flux. Like I have to wear a mask. Like I'm scared of life. So.
Bitch, I'm living
Yeah.
through a fucking pandemic. Like, bitches that lived through the
Mom,
Black Plague and the
okay,
swine.
is there any type of way that we can schedule a salmon patty? Because you're the greatest at making salmon patties, and I think after my procedure, I would love to taste one. And I
So,
think
so,
it.
so sure, after your procedure, I'll make you some salmon patties. Okay.
Okay, work
All
salmon
right. So
patty.
I
Oh
need
no, you
like
went the wrong way. There we go.
they are
all right,
very
so we're gonna get
great.
right to the show. We had a
Hmm.
lot of things scheduled. I had an exclusive with the Mattels, but unfortunately, Mattels will not be here tonight because they didn't know how broad the show would be. But we will still be talking about the topic at hand. I also had the Kiki father, legendary Charmin Mattel, here as well. He was in the green room, but I'm waiting to see if he come back, but he was going to also discuss a few things that happened with the House of Playboy. But in the meantime, in
Mm,
between time, the Capricorns has lost a great one, and the world has lost a great one. Betty White.
the greatest.
Come on, Miss Betty White, the original white woman
Betty's
on
gone,
TV.
No
Let's give
shade.
her two. Let's
and
give her three.
also
Two.
and also Sidney Poitier.
Was he a Capricorn?
I mean, well, he wasn't a Capricorn, but he just
Oh,
passed away. But, you know, but
oh, I'm
Betty,
so
but
sorry.
Betty, but Betty passed away.
Betty
Um,
lived a long life.
Daughter, you is going to do it.
I
I'm
just
going through it.
personally feel like if Betty White didn't make it to 2022, what are we here for? Like, no shade.
Oh,
What are
don't
we
do
here for?
that.
It's giving,
What are
girl.
we
Live
here
your
for?
life. Live your life. Like no shit.
I thought about that,
I would want to
but
leave at
Betty White
99.
didn't
I
even want to
would.
make
I
it.
would.
She didn't even want to come through. Like, she was like, fuck the 100th birthday. Fuck the year 2022. I'm going to ruin y'all and I'm going to end this year out with a fucking bang. No shade,
I
she
didn't
ate
think
it.
it wasn't a real. Morgan, your name
She ate
really
it.
speaks for who you are. It really does.
The
You're
more,
dating. You're
I
dating a
think I
lot of.
think I think Betty
the more.
sacrificed her life for COVID for us.
She did.
I think she did too. I think that because Betty
I
White died at the
honestly
end of
feel
the
like Betty
year,
could have
that
gave us
COVID will
another year,
eradicate
and she
itself
said,
this
"Fuck it."
year. She didn't have it. No shade. She didn't have another year.
Betty said,
She
"Fuck
didn't
it."
even want to make it to her birthday. She didn't have it. No
Well,
shade.
technically,
She did.
hold on. Technically, me being the person that I am and the Capricorn that I am and Capricorn that I do. So Betty was 99. Okay.
Hmm.
So Betty has
Yes.
lived a long life. Okay. That means she has,
Hmm.
I want to say that she has seen at least 4 to 5 leap years, meaning
Hmm.
that Betty had
Okay.
got some extra days on her life.
Hmm. So
Yeah.
if you add the
So,
extra leap years
so I'm
to the
feeling like,
99 years,
I'm
go
feeling like
ahead.
we can add them days up and
Hmm.
say that Betty got is 100.
Hmm.
In the
Hmm.
Yeah.
in the comments, if you agree with me,
To
Hmm.
be technical.
you can
No
say
shit, I agree.
you if you agree. Betty was 100.
No shade. Would you?
I
Yeah.
agree.
What's 99? She was
We can round it
100.
up. Yeah,
We can
round it
round it
up.
up
No
for Betty,
shade.
Okay.
right there. We can do that for Betty.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah. Betty,
I
we
agree.
love you so much, and we miss the Golden Girls, and you is 100, and you lived here decades and decades.
Yeah, we counting them leap years for Betty. It's no
We
shade.
count them
Don't be
leap
my
years for
girlfriend.
Betty.
You know
Come
us.
on,
No
100
shade.
years.
You know us
We
Capricorns,
leaped
honey.
out for
We
you.
have to add it up.
We
100.
all leaped out for you, doll. Leaped out.
Yeah.
100.
All right. So
Said
I'm gonna
100.
get a juke and I'm
LA
gonna get it
niggas be the
started.
craziest. 100.
Throughout the year, throughout the holidays, one of the Kiki houses paid very homage to the TV show that was on FX, Pose. Okay, if you was not watching the FX show Pose, episode 1, when Mother Electra and her kids happened to do a stunt on what was it, the Salvation Army Santa, and ran and did their things.
I
That
believe so, yeah.
yeah, the it was as a house. But anyway, I look at it as that it's a key to me. But so throughout the holidays, the House of Mattel is allegedly being accused of robbing someone for an umbrella a trench coat jacket and beating them up and also jumping the turnstile in New York City. There's video footage that is out of them, but being the person that I am, I will not be releasing them because I love the Mattels. But it's been all over the internet. It's been all over your Facebook, and most of the people has been sharing it. But the Mattels was supposed to be here tonight to talk to plead their case, but they're gonna be here. They're giving me tomorrow, Monday, whatever. But
Oh, we're not gonna drag an interview, honey. Give us an interview. Stop playing, Mattels. Love all
no
y'all.
shade.
No
yeah,
shade.
No shade.
yeah. So we're really taking it very
As a house.
We're really taking it
As a
authentically,
house.
very back to season 1 of GIllette Tea Time, where we really dig into the tea. I know the first few episodes have been very giving you very like pop culture and very blah 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 blah. But GIllette Tea Time has very been authentically about getting the tea. So we were
Yeah.
here to discuss it, and I know that there's an open case now, and they cannot discuss it. But I think they
Yeah.
want to really
Yeah.
discuss some of the people that has really been laughing in their faces,
Yeah.
and now they're sharing the message. But
Yeah. They're a
Mhm.
fab house, and I would love to. I hope everything works out well for them. And
well, I want to know more what really, really happened, because
Right.
I know sometimes a story can be stretched out, or
in the
some,
media.
sometimes a person could be attacked and they just was attacked, and they want to add more to the story to get more punishment for the person. So I just want to get more to the story. I think it's more to the story.
I
How do
think.
y'all feel?
I agree. I've definitely been in situations with people, especially when like with LGBTQIA plus community members and sisters and brothers and stuff. On the train, people don't give a fuck. So to
They
be
don't.
honest, this man could have been walking past them with his umbrella in their face like
Yeah.
this and
Yes.
started
Yes.
with them, and then they
Yes.
just so happened
Yes.
to whoop his ass, allegedly,
Yes.
of course. And then, they thought like, bitch, you wanted to put an umbrella in our face, bitch. Now we're gonna take your umbrella and we're gonna take your coat. But the guy, they didn't even want the coat. They probably do the coat as soon as they got off the train. Like,
Yeah.
like
Just to prove a
it
point.
didn't have to
You know
give
what?
that. It didn't have to give
I seem to
that.
see this happen sometimes, and I see it like both ways. Like I could see it where sometimes where the girls, they're very energized, under the train. They just probably left BBQs, or they probably just left a little
Hmm.
set or
Hmm.
whatever,
Or
and
even a
they
practice.
and they're energized,
Yeah.
and it may be someone who doesn't like
Agree.
understand or agree, and you may give false looks, or maybe giving like a little a little mumble, and them girls are very energized, and I'm with my family and my girls, so they're gonna give bitch don't do me, and
Yeah.
I think that's what it
Oh,
really
I can't
is.
hear.
Hey
It's
brother,
very easy
happy
to get into a
Happy
birthday.
fight
Hello,
in
happy
New York
birthday. Oh
birthday.
my
City.
God, I
Happy
cannot hear.
birthday!
We
Oh
I
my
go
think
through this every time. Let me go
God.
through my other device. I'll be right back, guys.
it's every
I just
time
want
with
to say
you.
though,
It's every time.
it
Let me
is
go through
very
this.
easy to get into a fight on New York City public transportation. Very
Yes,
easy. I've
yes,
been
It
in
is. It
it
plenty.
really
is.
is.
Plenty.
And
With
not
and
to cut,
without friends.
not to cut you all off,
You can either
hold on,
ignore it.
hold on, daughter. Not to cut you all off, we have a new implementation on Tea Time. We have a new yes. So if you have any questions or comments, or you want to be heard, or have anything you want to shout out, or you want to say, we have a new phone number now. You can call in. Um, I will let you know when to call in, but I'm just letting you know that we have this now. But go ahead. But go ahead, Morgan.
No, Sasha was gone. I was done. I
Oh
was gonna say
yeah,
it's
yeah.
easy to get into a fight on the train,
Reporting,
bitch. I've been in
reporting back
plenty.
to Morgan. Okay, so to what I was saying, I've been. People don't realize that New York is
Hey,
it's.
everybody.
Oh.
Hold on.
Hello,
Hi,
Gunna. Happy
Gunna.
birthday,
Happy
darling.
birthday, brother.
Happy
Thank you
birthday.
guys so much. How are you?
It doesn't matter
Fine.
how old you
So
are.
I'm
God
gonna
has blessed
I'm
you
gonna
with
catch you
more
up to speed.
candles.
I'm gonna catch you up to speed real quick. I'm sorry, Sasha, and we'll get right back
I'll
to
be
your response. So, Gunna, basically, in the Kiki scene, there was a house that paid homage to the FX show Pose. They kind of yeah. Everybody in the comments, please say happy birthday to Gunna. They kind of was allegedly accused of attacking someone on the train, taking their umbrella and taking their jacket. I mean, taking an umbrella in their jacket, and also jumping the turnstile. And there's video footage of them jumping the turnstile, but there's not video footage of them like attacking the person.
Oh, that was a link that was sent to my red phone.
Yeah, to your red phone. But
Gotcha.
Sasha's responding to it now. Go ahead.
Yes, I've encountered those situations where people will uh New York City is can be looked at to people as the city of lights, and some think of it as a city of somewhere to live, but they have to be mindful that this is New York City. It's a city. Alicia Keys was really correct when she said it's a concrete jungle. And you have to be mindful of the energies that you're surrounded with, because it's literally a concrete jungle where you're around different energies. Some days you're going to get the bad, you're going to get the good, you're going to get the ugly, you're going to get the trash, you're going to get the ghetto, you're going to get the glamour. It's all in how you conduct yourself. And it's, like some people say, it's not what you do, it's not what is it, it's not what you it's not how you what you do, how you do it. But it's sad and unfortunate that I can envision the situation knowing that because LGBTQ and A to the Z. uh, when you have just those, that whole community just itself, the energy there, it can be threatening to someone who doesn't recognize who they are, because the most powerful person is a person who knows who they are, and that can be a threat to someone who doesn't know who they are.
Right.
People are just now turning 40 or 30, and they're recognizing certain errors that they needed to correct. And unfortunately, people have turned their trauma to the holidays. And sometimes you gotta be on your Vivica Fox. Either you're gonna dodge the bullet. Well, no, Beyonce said that.
It wasn't turning 40 for me.
Yes.
I didn't want to fall.
Bitch said, "Oh no, Beyonce said that."
Yeah, but it's unfortunate that those situations happen. But this is New York City, and just because it looks, everything that glitters is not fucking gold.
I mean, New York puts people in a real life, real world multiplex system, right?
I mean, this is some real shit. This isn't the
Resource
first
scarcity, but also resource abundance. It's a lot of it that goes into being a person in New York.
It is.
I
Because
mean,
we can bring up the attack on the train, but we can't bring up the alleged trans victims who were murdered on a train.
Right. And the thing about it is
that goes overlooked. But because this is relative in comparison into something that was on a show, now.
But I don't understand I don't understand the link with the show. See, this is the problem that we have in this country, especially
the show has nothing to do with the incident.
Okay.
It was just a KIKI analogy.
I made the analogy. It was me. I'm the only one that made the analogy.
Gotcha.
I thought I saw that on the internet.
No. Well, the way they post the photo.
Yeah.
But I made the analogy.
Okay.
Got you.
Credit to you.
How are y'all doing?
It's just a link. It's just a news article link showing the video camera footage of the train, showing them like opening the door and hopping the turnstile. That's it.
But why do we even need to see that on news? Like, people jump turnstiles, and
that's a New York City fucking tradition
all day.
Cut the
so
bullshit, people.
You decided to find the most vulnerable community and make sure that you expose that they jump the turnstiles, but you didn't show the white man in the three-piece suit that jumped it every day. It's New York, girl. We jump. First of all, let's be clear. The amount of tax revenues that New York gets, the fact that you have to pay money simply to come into the city from anywhere. So every United States citizen, plus those who live in New York, if they leave Manhattan, they have to pay to come back into the city. Right? Y'all make all that money. First of all, public transportation should be public. It should be free at this point. It's a necessity. It's a requirement in order for this city to function. See, this is the thing that governments are supposed to take care of. Governments are supposed to assess when society gets to a point to where a certain type of utility or something like that is a requirement in order for a functioning society. They carry the brunt of making sure that service is available. New York ceases to exist without public transportation. So therefore, it's no different than having water or air. It's like it should be a public. whatever.
And the
Anyway,
judges
it's my
don't even
birthday.
take
I
those
ain't talking
cases.
about this shit on my birthday. I'm about
I
to
The
tell you.
know.
judges don't
But
take those
I'm
cases
gonna sum it up.
anymore.
But they have the nerve, brother, and some people probably don't pay attention. But as certain, like right before you get on the bridge, or right if it's like a stoplight or something like that, they have a big sign to let you know of all the money they collected from the tolls and all that. And it's
Mm-hmm.
up in the thousands, beyond the thousands, beyond the millions, but up in the trillions of dollars they collected from the toll.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure they collect that amount daily, not
So,
yearly, not monthly, but
Yeah.
daily, sometimes even hourly.
It's a tradition. It's a tradition to hop. I seen J-Lo do it.
And what
The
you're not
overseas
about to do
ops
is
came out.
gaslight me. You're not about to gaslight me as an engineer. Does it take money to employ people to work for the transit system? Absolutely. Does it take money to repair the system? Absolutely. But the amount of revenues that you have coming in, if they are equaling the costs to maintain that system, that's because New York is doing what New York always done, increasing costs for contracts so that companies stay afloat. Because you don't have to repair a line of traffic every day, right? If I repair a pothole, I may have to come back and repair that same pothole 5-7 years from now. These bitches be repairing the same thing every day for years. It's like, come on, it's not that much wear and tear. And if it is
right.
that much wear and tear, then gut it and upgrade the technology. But it's my birthday.
And we paying
Mhm.
that. We're getting back to the Mattels being allegedly accused of attacking someone and stealing their umbrella and their jacket. They said that they would be here on Monday to discuss it and tell their side, but they can only speak for so much about it. So I think we'll talk more about it. But like I said, we
Monday.
have a new thing, bitch.
I just want to let y'all know that I'm not 40, bitch.
If anyone has any questions or comments about the alleged Mattel incident, please feel free to call in at this moment. I will be taking probably like 2 calls.
Oh, you installed a red phone. Go on.
The red phone, the line is open now. But we're gonna move on. Gunna, so you happen to pull a fiance over the holidays. Before we go there, how was your Christmas and how was your New Year?
Well, it's a lot of moving. Morgue.
She moved. Oh, me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm so
Yeah,
I'm
sorry.
sorry,
I
what
said
you say
It's a
now?
lot of dead shit going on over.
We heard a
before we
lot of rattle and tattling over in your
Right.
section.
Now, I'm sorry, what'd you say, sis?
I said, how was your Christmas and your holidays before we get into what I
Oh,
was
the
about to
Christmas and
say?
holiday was great. You know, I spent it this year. I decided to spend Christmas and my holidays here, my birthday, as I'm here now on my birthday night. Last year I went down south for about 3 or 4 months, and for the first time in like literally 18, 19 years, I spent both Christmas, New Year's, and my birthday with my family. So this year I just stayed up here. You know, I did that, and it's been good. You know, life is good when you start to get to this side of your life, like peace of mind, simplicity, all that. Like the turn-ups be cute, but you can have just as good a time sitting on the sofa, smoking a blunt, watching Stargate SG-1.
Yes, because a peace of mind is something that you cannot go into the department store and
I'm
buy.
sorry, we have a call.
We have a caller.
Hello.
Yes, caller.
Hold
The number is
on, hold on.
405-467.
Hold on 1 second, caller. Can you please repeat?
The Mattels are innocent, and they didn't do anything wrong.
Okay, how are the Mattels innocent? What are you able to tell us what happened? Or you oh she hung up. Well, that caller called and said that the Mattels are innocent and they didn't do anything wrong.
Okay, I understand.
I
Okay.
mean, I believe
We
it.
appreciate
I
the
do.
call.
I do.
I mean, as of right now, they jumped the turnstile. Okay.
That's all
Okay,
we
fuck
saw.
fuck the
It doesn't make
turnstile.
no. I mean, and
I
this is the
have
other thing
been
about
in a.
criminality. Here's the other
I
thing
was.
about this criminality is like you know how we love, regardless of what religion, they'll say everybody sins every day. I don't believe that because everyone doesn't participate in everyone's religion,
Have
but
another caller.
everyone breaks a law every day. Everyone is a criminal every single day. Like
Literally,
there's not a person
it's
that
a
exists
fucking
without breaking.
America.
Hold on 1
This
second. We
is
have another
America.
caller.
If it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't
We have
make
another
sense.
caller.
Hello?
Yes.
Hey, I am a Russian woman who was on the J train the day the Mattels attacked. I was riding home for the holidays, and I noticed that there was a pack of young men and women who look like men and men.
All
Oh,
right.
you really? They are really calling carrying on this show. Thank you,
Yeah.
No,
caller.
for real. I'm gonna
Thank
take a
you
walk
so
real
much.
quick. I can't.
No, what you need a text line first. You need to be
Let
able to
me
filter.
bootleg your shit.
You need to be
No
able to
shit. They need to
filter
be able to
first.
leave a message.
What
But
the
yeah, no,
fuck?
it was good, sis. It's a new
And
year.
how's
It's
the Russian
Capricorn
woman
season.
watching? How's
Over the
she?
holiday. Oh my God,
We
over the
would like
holiday,
another
guys.
caller, so please call in at 405-467-0098. We'd like to know your tea.
Over
But
the holidays, I celebrated my sister's birthday. She had a paint and sip, and for her really, really close friends. So I went to that. That was beautiful. It had a nice little
thank you.
theme. Of course, I got to show my community and my friends and close ones yet another talent that I just possess that I just don't talk about, you know?
Well,
So I
hold
got to
on.
show
Well,
that.
well, speaking about that,
So I got to
um,
show that, I'm a very, but it
over
was
no. Over the holidays, icon, you pulled a Beyonce and did a single by yourself. Did a single live by yourself. Let's talk about that. What happened, baby?
a single live. Oh, so in the new year, the other day, I did a live where I addressed the Atlanta ballroom scene, and in particular, I addressed one of the icons. I'm sorry, not the Atlanta ballroom scene, but the Atlanta icon base, and in particular, I addressed a particular one, Camaro. But that was also because that was obviously the way that the tea came to me. They didn't tell me everybody's tea. They knew who to tell me had said something so that it would gaslight me and get me to respond, right?
Mm.
So I addressed it. So they had a meeting of the icons, and they were going through people was nominating who they want to get deemed for icon status at the upcoming ball, and my name was brought up. And then there was a lot of rigmarole, you know, around why I'm not ready or it's a no vote, this, that, and the third. So I had several people call me one day. I was sitting there eating my tea and crumpets, smoking a blunt, and I received a call and it was like, "Hey girl, what's the tea?" "No tea, mama." And then they was like, we had this icon meeting down here, blah blah blah. And I was like, "Okay, cool." They was like, "Well, your name came up." I was like, "Oh, that's dope." Because honestly, with my history with Atlanta and that, I really didn't expect it to come up. You know what I'm saying? So I was even just honored that it was actually mentioned. I respect that. I'm thankful for that. And then they were like, "Well, they voted no." I was like, "Well, I expect that. No issue." They was like, "But bitch, let me tell you how the no happened." And they went into the details of the no and the gaslighting and the goalposting and all of that with my career. And so that's really what kind of got me in my bag is because, as y'all know, if y'all watched me on this show when I was previously an anchor on this show and in my lives and stuff, I'm just about transparency. Fuck the hypocrisy. Let's keep it 100 and judge stuff for what it is. And so when they were gaslighting and saying, "Oh, he took breaks," I'm like, when did I take breaks? I literally had a 10 years on a Escada, went straight into Milan, moved to New York. I've been undefeated for Foot and Eye until this past December for the last 8, 9 years. I'm found in my own house. It's almost 5 years old. So when would I have a time to take breaks? There may have been times when I wasn't necessarily on the floor every day, right? But at my tenure, at what I brought from streetwear moments to sneaker moments to best dressed moments, Foot and Eye moments, being a pioneer and blueprint of a category, I don't think that I have to walk every ball. There's a lot of girls that y'all give kudos to that don't walk every ball. So that's another goalpost, right? Y'all pick and choose which girl y'all think needs to walk every ball to remain relevant. But it's quite a few of them that wanted to gatekeep me that have less wins over their career than I do, right? So they're like, "You were inactive," and so I addressed that. I'm like, how was I inactive when I was a tax-paying citizen of these United States of America? When some of you girls had to take mandated federal prison breaks, right? Legitimate, you're not active in community at all. Like, you're not a productive citizen of these United States. Inmates.
You were behind the bars, girl.
So then how do you sit at a meeting and discuss my breaks when I was always a productive member of these United States, of the Atlanta ballroom scene, of the New York ballroom scene? Here I am 19 years in the game and I'm still walking fashion categories. I'm still showing up, you know? And so it was some of that. And then it was like, the other thing was I don't like to do a tit for tat, but it's like, these girls who now have status, I was there when you were not, when you were starting your houses, when you were moving to Atlanta. I was Atlanta when you were moving there. I was there for your moments, right? So let's say you're a ball promoter and you throw a ball and you include that on your resume, even with a trinket of a trophy. If I won that trinket trophy, Anna of the year at that ball, if you get credit for that ball as a promoter, do I not get credit for that ball as a walker and a winner?
No,
If it's good enough for your resume, it's good enough for mine. So y'all's resumes were not being built in absence of mine being built. All the icons there that have balls, I've won grand prizes at their balls. Literally the icons that voted, any of them that have had a ball, I've won grand prize at one of your balls. So while you may think that you're grandiose because you threw the ball, I'm the girl that made the ball worth watching because I was the one walking and winning and snatching trophies while also maintaining my career, while also being in an iconic house and being one of the youngest fathers from my generation when my house was deemed Hall of Fame in
Come on,
2009.
Beyonce, worth watching. You're
Right?
not going
So
to the Grammys
I
unless
was a
she's
house
there.
father almost a decade before other girls from my generation started being offered positions in houses. I was a house father. I was deemed statement or up for statement of the year along with other people who have been deemed icons now for years. And I even walked more than them after that and started my own house, right? And this is not to belittle or negate their careers because every tub has to stand on its own bottom. But it's to say when I show up and present my resume, don't gaslight me. Don't goalpost me because I clearly qualify. If you let Aunt Jemima into the building, then Miss Butterwick gets to come to the fucking building.
Did you say Butterworth, like the syrup, or butter
Yes.
dick?
I get to come to the building, right? And so that was the thing. It felt very like, I'll tell you. It's like even the response that got screenshotted to me when Camaro was like, well, sneak off to Philadelphia and have your mother deem you again in X, Y, and Z. Well, first of all, I don't have to sneak off anywhere because I publicly have walked everywhere in this country. I'm a very public figure. I'm very vocal. People can see my career and quantify and qualify my career. So I don't have to sneak anywhere because your career was a +1 to mine, as many others that were trying to now declare that I'm not worthy, right? So
can you describe what +1 means?
So you weren't out here giving Christopher Columbus teas.
So my thing is, I can go to the Dorian Corey Awards, which is one of the oldest award ceremonies in ballroom, and get my legendary status. And the thing about it is when people say, oh, you're bitter, oh, you're hurt, I'm not bitter, I'm not angry, because clearly I'm a very successful person, both inside ballroom and outside of ballroom, regardless of the fact that y'all didn't want me to be, regardless of the fact that y'all often say you got to choose one or the other, regardless of the fact that you have an inmate number and I don't, right? We're different kind of girls. And I've shown the world that you can be the Dundada in ballroom, have $1 million closet and walk and do all of that, and also be in the face of these white people and these crackers at they executive board tables. I am the true executive realness of ballroom because that's what I do. I have worked in 2 of the top Fortune top 10s of this country as a vice president of engineering. Okay? So this is who I am. And the thing is, when I say those things, it's factual. If someone feels any kind of way about it, as you can see, I didn't necessarily put nobody down. I just named my facts. So if you feel inadequate, that's on you. It's the esteem of self. That's not my responsibility to build you up. It's your responsibility to believe in who you are in the absence or the presence of greatness. Because that's what I do. I am who I am in the absence or the presence of greatness, because I am the sun. They are the moon. I shine without permission. They need me for their shine. It's a different kind of setup over here. So my thing is with Atlanta in particular, I am Atlanta history. I am the last of a bloodline that started the Atlanta ballroom community and is responsible for ballroom in the South in general, right? I am of the Escada, Tony Moultrie, Morehouse College bloodline. And it's always been a thing in particular with our bloodline. And I'm tired of that bullshit. I built myself as an Atlantean, being decreed and degreed by the governor of Georgia as a Morehouse graduate. And I built who I was there. So when they even waited 16 years and still didn't want to deem me, yes, my grandmother, Sebastian, icon Escada. Yes, my mother, London. Yes, they talked to Al Vernon, who is also an icon, and got me deemed at Dorian Corey. And that's not to say that I had to sneak. That's to say that's a shame on Atlanta. because I'm a jewel like most of the other ones aren't. I am Atlanta history. You can't go through ballroom categories. You can't go through a ballroom house. You can't walk down the streets of Morehouse College. You can't talk about Escada history, Milan Atlanta history, or Tishi history without coming through me. So you failed me. I didn't beg or require for anything. I earned what I'm saying that I am. So it's more so I'm disappointed that the first time they fucked it up by not deeming me a legend when I was beating all the girls that they think are legend, when I was beating all the fashion icons that they look up to, I got deemed at the Dorian Corey. So I don't know why. Maybe it was because I really love ballroom. And because I've defended them, when New Yorkers try to read Atlanta and read their histories, I'm the girl who shows up and defends the house of the Gachi and the house of Kabali and the house of Ibisu and the house of Miss Rahi and the Poochie's birthday balls and the birthday balls at 708 and all of that. I'm the one that shows up to make sure that our history is just as relevant as the girls up north. But then when y'all had an opportunity to correct a wrong where you didn't respond and didn't recognize me decades ago, you wanted to give this rigmarole and treat me like I'm a motherfucking throwaway. So I responded to that. Because
I'm sorry, do they need to come to the morgue? Did you say rigmarole? No.
Rigmarole. So again, my response to that, while yes, it was a little pointed at a particular individual, it was really about the whole process down there in general. And like I said in my last live, they could have said a simple no, but you're not gonna actually icon blowhorn me like I'm a fucking chop from the back. So you could have just said no, but y'all wanted to go into all this other stuff and bring up other stuff, which was food for my fodder for me to then respond. Because again, there's nobody in that icon board whose trophy I have not won. There were girls who, when I won their grand prizes, they couldn't pay me all my money up front. And this is the very first time I've ever even mentioned that. Right? And so it was just the level of disrespect of it all. Because I'm not 21 years old. The same way I show up in Nashville to my mother and my aunts and my uncles, and I let them know I'm a 38-year-old man. That shit that you could pull when I was a child does not flow anymore. I'm a 38-year-old man in Baltimore that has spent 19 years of my adulthood being in the community, walking, being active, serving, not bringing harm to, not fucking students that were in high school, not getting high with the kids, not encouraging the kids to do drugs or be escorts, not getting felonies, none of that. I wasn't doing any of that. Yet somehow I'm the pariah. It's the level of disrespect. And if I'm going to continue to be here, which I am, because again, this isn't about ballroom community in total. This is about a particular set of individuals that needed to feel some power on a Sunday night, that needed to grab their small balls and dick and jack off to my name, right? This is about that situation. It's not about ballroom in totality. I still, as I've always said on this show and many other shows, I think ballroom is great. I love ballroom. I think what we have created is one of the most magnificent things that have ever existed on the face of creative earth. But I'm also one that is a realist. The same way I love being American, I can still call out when a president does some fuck shit, when the government ain't doing what the fuck they supposed to do. I can call out racism. I can call out all that. Multiple things can be true. I can want Atlanta to be a success and want all of those people who I called out personally to be successes in ballrooms and in their real life, but I can also hold them accountable for their bullshit. And it stinks to high heaven.
You got to give my girlfriend a Dre baby.
So that's what it was, and again, I still love Atlanta. I still will always represent Atlanta. I will always tell history of Atlanta because I am Atlanta. Because if I was to negate that or try to really throw shade on that, then that throws shade on a part of who I am. And bitch, who I am is fab and deserves to be told.
Can I ask a question?
Can I ask a question? To me, brother, I look at you as an icon.
So that's my feel.
Can I ask a question, icon?
Sure.
Yeah, hold on 1 second, daughter, didn't answer your question. Well, brother, I look at you as an icon. You're such a role model to me. You've helped me out a lot.
I appreciate it.
I see you as an icon, bitch, and most people see you as an icon. Like, I don't see the problem, but I guess, child. I
I mean,
guess.
I appreciate it. And like I said, again, it was the reasons why, oh, there's already too many icons in Atlanta. Oh, he doesn't live here
Is there a
anymore.
limit on
Like,
icons in
is
these
there a
days?
limit like on it was like, but see, that's a scarcity of power. When people have power, I can't give you access to the table because I know you already challenged me without access to my table. So when I enter the room, see what's gonna happen now is the fandangling behind closed doors, the girls they try to slide through, the girls they want to push through. I was there for everyone's history. So I already showed you that I will challenge you. So you know you're not gonna be able to just do your power moves while I'm at the table. So this is your last chance to like keep me away from this little table. But the thing that you forgot is I've already built a fucking whole table next to you, brought chairs, set china on top of it. It's sitting in the same house that you built. I've already added a room here called the House of Tishi. I've already built a fireplace and a pool in the backyard. I've already done all of that. And you trying to hold on to the dining room table with grandma's plastic on it, mama. Let it
Sasha, go
go.
ahead. Sasha, go ahead. Your question.
You say that you stated that you are an Atlantan, and I was wondering, how long were you living in Atlanta, and did it, do you know how to make peach cobbler?
I lived in Atlanta for 13 years after living in Nashville for 18 years. So not only am I an Atlantean, I'm a true Southerner. Yes, I know how to make peach cobbler, but I'm not an active cooker.
So you
My
do know how to make peach
I
cobbler.
don't really enjoy cooking to where it feels like it's something I enjoy. And so for me, it's just a time value thing. And my time is better spent ordering the food and getting things done versus spending an hour on a meal where I could go make $150, $200, $300 in an hour. I'm not, it's, but when I'm in a relationship or if I'm cooking for a large number of people, that makes sense. Then it's cost effective, right? One meal for one person isn't cost effective, but, or to sit down and cook for 2 hours, but to cook for 8 people, 10 people, now you're talking about $20 per person, $200. Okay, now it makes sense to cook. So it's a time value situation with me and cooking. But yes, that's the question.
So
I
what
do.
It's
age were
about
you when you
money and
found your
numbers, honey.
craft? What
I do
age were
know.
you when you found your craft of stepping into the ballroom scene, because you are icon and
I
you've
came
done
into
it?
Boston at 18 years old. I moved to Atlanta. And I packed up my Nissan Sentra at 18 years old in 6 months in um, June or July of 2002. I had met a butch queen on back in those days. It was Yahoo Chat that lived in Atlanta that was like, hey, you can come down here. I know you start school, get custom with the city. You know, I took a risk. I got in my car, I moved down there. So I moved to Atlanta in 2000, that summer of 2002. I walked my first ball at the Palace at like November 2002 in the basement.
So as soon as you got there, you were automatically ready. You knew it was no
No, I
hesitation.
mean,
It
I didn't
was
know. I mean, I
motivation.
was new to all of that. You know, it was a new world for me. I'm a country bumpkin from Nashville, Tennessee, by way of the hood who moved out to the suburbs because we had drug money in the family. I'm the first of 5 generations to ever even graduate high school, much less graduate high school and go to college, and to be the first person to be educated in my entire family, going all the way back to my great great grandmother. I'm also went to Morehouse College and went to academic high school and things like that. My life, while yes, there's privilege that comes with being who I am, there's also a lot of hard work there, and I think that even in ties with how I feel about ballroom. Because ballroom, again, I was the only scholar in the building at times walking and winning. So that is a testament to itself of how did this person who was in a house that we didn't see it for at all last this long and make it here. You know what I'm saying? So the work that I had to put in, and I don't think it's anything wrong when a person puts in work in life and anywhere to demand what they value that work at. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that's the problem too with a lot of people in ballroom is that they don't have any value outside of that. They never really worked for anything hardly in their life. And so
Mhm.
they're okay with mediocrity. And with that mediocrity, they're okay with actually putting stimulation on people who actually are great because those people will show that you can be great and the excuses that you make for life don't really fly. This whole concept of you have to craft if you want to walk fashion ballroom. I've been doing it for 17 years. I don't craft. I've never crafted ever.
All
There's one
17
item that
years
I've ever worn in my
pushing,
entire career that was crafted that I didn't know was crafted because my boyfriend bought it. He bought it from someone who crafted it. One
Yes,
item in my entire
yeah.
career. So when I heard that from someone in this community, it just showed me how low that they see themselves, that you don't think that you can have valuable things in life and work
They're
for them, to earn
purchased.
them, and deserve them. Right. And so this is the kind of lifestyle that I've had and I've built for myself. My audacity to go from country bumpkin in Nashville to say I'm going to try to start a global um, Black positivity clothing brand is I don't have nobody backing that. I don't have any prior knowledge, no family, no infrastructure that can show up for me and make that happen. This is me just believing that in this one life that I've been afforded, that I can do what the fuck I want and make manifest something great. And I don't have to be limited by the boxes that everyone places on me. Ballroom is supposed to be this place where we come and we're able to define ourselves and discover ourselves and live our wildest dreams because society created a structure that didn't allow us to do that. And then when you have someone who actually comes there and utilizes that space for that effort and you want to shun them and tear them down, it says a lot about you.
Mhm.
But yes, I can make peach cobbler.
Yes. I
Yeah.
can't wait to taste that. Oh, so I get to eat salmon patties, and peach cobbler. I'm trying to prepare a lovely
Salmon
meal.
croquettes.
Well, Gunnar, before you got on, you needed to know that I survived a suicide on Christmas Day. A guy jumped in front of the train in front of me after me and my kids ate fucking Denny's. I mean, the dinner was fabulous, but the murder was just atrocious.
That was a traumatic experience. Are you okay? Have you
Yo,
saying something about that?
Sasha.
What? We haven't been
But
on this goddamn camera in a
That
long
bitch
but
time.
said
you know,
the
I
dinner
don't
was
want.
it is my birthday. I got people
bloody. It
out
was
there. We're taking
atrocious.
shots and stuff. So I got just a few more minutes. Are there any more questions? Any comments or
Um,
questions from the audience?
I sent out the banner if anyone wanted to call in and have any questions for the icon Gunner. Just
And
please feel.
even with that, right? Have I not always said, Gillette, self-proclaimed, right? I've never tried to falsify my history and say, yeah, they did
Yeah.
me. I've always said self-proclaimed. And like I said on my live, I the only thing that I did is had the audacity to do what the first set of icons did, deem themselves.
Well,
You mad at me because I know my self-worth.
And you light skin.
yeah.
You
So,
know,
Oh, I hate
okay,
it
so
here.
Gunner, we're gonna have you hang in here with us. You know you are a cast member anyway, but just for a few more minutes, and then we'll let you go back and enjoy your birthday party. Someone already in the comments already called you icon. That's how we
thank
feel.
you, thank you.
Come on, icon.
Yes,
Um,
icon.
I
well,
think that bothers them too because I'm literally for the people. Anybody that's on
Okay.
the platform
It's
is
what the people
literally
want.
for the people, and I think that that challenges their power, and that's what's upsetting. Like you look at ballroom is a microcosm of politics at large, right? Because even though we separate ourselves from society, we still get our inputs from society. Thank you, Erica. Thank you. So the way that we do politics and stuff like that is no different within the confines of ballroom, but because it's so close, we try to paint it as something it's not. We have a lot of Sarah Palin's, Donald Trump's, old white, basically power hungry, no other place in life, people still in ballroom. But because it's them, because they're black, because they're gay, because they were oppressed, they think they can paint this different narrative, but they're projecting the exact same behaviors. So when you have someone who comes in as a socialist, someone who comes in as a for the people, truly for the people kind of person, right? That's when, oh, everything's too expensive. This is the imminent enemy. He's trying to take, you know what I'm saying? It's the same kind of shit. I'm that person. I show up and challenge, like, y'all don't have to centralize power like this. Y'all don't have to own it. Y'all don't have to be parents for 20, 30 years. Be an overall parent for 5 years, be a founder, and move the fuck on and let this be an art for the. You don't need to find power here. It's okay to get older. It's okay, baby. I'm at 38 and I'm even
some people have
happy.
a control thing. They feel like this is my only sense of control, where I only, this is what I know, and I'm
And
not.
sis, and I've said this before even on this show. I empathize with that, right? Because it is to be something to get to this point of my life and to know where they are in their lives and their journey, and really start to look at your mortality as a real thing. And when you look at your mortality, you see a bunch of relationships that are tattered because you weren't necessarily always the best friend or the best lover or the best uncle, the best father, whatever, right? You see a work history and a profit margin and a retirement plan as abysmal, right? You're lucky if you can have it, right? You see a life of you see yourself as spending the rest of your life on some type of government assistance. You don't see a certain openness of freedom, a certain happiness into getting older. The only thing that you really had to grasp onto is ballroom. This is this place where you get to come here and live your Peter Pan syndrome and still be fab and call prison a vacation and call cuffs Chanel bangles, right? ballroom has allowed these people to make manifest something great even in the worst of us, right? And while that's great in some aspects, it's also detrimental when you call prison a vacation, when you have people that have pedophile charges and things like that sitting on panels judging 18, 19-year-old people who are undressed, when you have people judging people who do drugs but getting arrested with drugs in their car, felonies, uplifting people who don't necessarily value education, all of these things, right, becomes this cesspool, unfortunately. And I'm still empathetic to how we got there. As Black, gay, LGBT, we're resource deprived. We don't have a lot of access to education, things like that. So I'm empathetic to that. But at the same time, at some point, we got to have personal accountability, even to external implications, right? Yes, it's hard for a Black man, or it's hard for Black gay people. That doesn't give these kids that's in this house the right to rob somebody and steal their coat, right? Is life fucked up for them? Probably, maybe. I don't know. Let's just say it's true. Or even not them, some other house. Anybody that steals from somebody is probably stealing for some core reason, some resource depravity. They feel like it's either me or them, right? So that's fucked up that they have to experience that. But at the same time, I have to hold you accountable for thinking that you can steal something from somebody else. And that's where ballroom fucks it up, right? We wanna give this space where we say we empathize with all your hardships. We empathize with how hard it is to be a trans woman, to be gender nonconforming. We want to empathize with all of that. And with that, we have a breakdown of accountability and some type of moral baseline and standard, because we want to let these oppressed people for once feel entitled to greatness. But that still doesn't come without some type of responsibility. To whom much is given, much is expected. And so we have to foster within this community that we have with all this greatness, still some level of personal accountability for certain things. And we just don't do that. And we gratify and congratulate some of the worst of us. And it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. And that was my little spiel for my birthday. But I love us. I love ballroom.
So now, ladies and gentlemen, everyone that's watching, we have an icon for change, which is the legendary iconic Bugs Arichi, and now we have the icon for people, the iconic for the people.
I like the icon for the people.
And the iconic Ghana Tishi. So yes, we're making some change here. I like it.
I love to see it. Well, I love you, ladies. I'm about to go out here and continue to get
yes, please go enjoy your birthday. I know how us Capricorns give you like, bitch, I need my hour back. So
right.
Go enjoy your birthday. Happy birthday.
All right, love you guys.
Happy birthday, Ghana. Love you.
That'll be great. Thank you again for having me, ladies.
Peace. All right. So, Auntie freaking Hoop, he's been texting me. He's been in transit to get home, but it seemed like it's not given. So, like I said at the beginning of the show, I'm taking it back season 1, GIllette Tea Time, where we dig right into the tea. So, throughout the holidays and into the new year, the House of Playboy has been really going through some shifts of changing. Last year, Charming, right at the end of the year, he had kind of got rid of all his parents. Then I think at the end of the year he got his parents back. Now it's giving, bitch, get the fuck out of my house. But it's with the also get the fuck out of my house. It seems like it'd be a lot of stuff that's going on Facebook. And then it's also tying with some young little girl, which is named Barbie Cation or something like that. But I'm an old girl. I just get a few things to my desk. I don't know who may have more tea. That's why I was waiting for him. But it's a lot going on over the Playboys.
I don't like stuff like this. It's very touchy. It's very
the KIKI scene making it
allegedly messy. It's just a lot. I love the Playboys. I love the Mattels. I love them all. But the Playboys, no shade. I feel like they have I don't know how to really say it. They have this.
This is tea time, girl. You're sipping tea.
Eye on them. No, it's not that I'm trying to hold back or not say anything. I just want to be specific about my words because I want everyone to understand what I'm saying. I feel like the Playboys in a way have like this eye on them for being like in a way some sort of how people see them, how people seem to perceive them. And personally, I feel like, they they're very bingy and I live.
How are people
No
perceiving them as
shade.
Angie?
I feel like people would perceive them as bingy. Um, but I don't see anything wrong with being bingy.
Well, I was reading some of the what do we
Bitch, I
call
was in the
them?
house of bingy kind. Like, come on.
I was reading some of the what do we call those catfish or fake pages on Facebook, and it seems to be
Catfish?
more well fake pages or whatever we want to call those. Yeah.
This is a
Anyway,
catfish? Okay.
catfish, whatever. I mean, it's fake. A catfish is fake. It's a lie.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so they were
It's
not
bamboozled.
okay. They
Right.
were not only just speaking about,
Oh.
them being in the spotlight, but it was also speaking about like SA happening in the plays,
SA?
SA happening happening and like,
Wow.
just like a lot of things that was just happening. So I wish like, Charming was here to like, really speak about it but I do have the lines open and
I would love to speak to my brother about this. No
because
shade.
um it's
She said
alleged
essay.
it's all alleged
You don't
because
know what SA is?
I do
because
know what essay is. I had to say it
Okay.
twice.
yeah, because this
Okay.
all came from like a
It's
false
like saying peanut butter and jelly.
Okay.
Trust.
Bitch, you gotta
this
say it
all
twice.
this all came from a false page or whatever on
Thank
Facebook.
God.
And I think this is like an act of like, not anger, but just like, you got
Nobody has
kicked
nothing to
out
say in the
or,
comments. I'm gagging.
things like that. But the number's open. The line is open if anyone want to call in and have a response on it.
With a
Um,
lot of success comes negativity.
yeah.
I hope we can speak with him about it, to be
Yeah, I hope
honest.
so.
Um, to clear the air and really get down to what the fuck is going on. Cause I
Like
don't,
for real.
yeah.
But in the meantime, in between time, I'm giving him time. Has anything happened in the news, Sasha? Anything new?
Recently, what is in the news? What is in the news? What is in the news? They have another virus called, I'm sure everyone has been,
There we go. Let's speak on
Haichu?
this.
the
The Flurona
Omicron
Oh,
and
Flurona.
and
yes,
the
and the
Omicron.
and the Flurona.
So let's
Um,
speak on that while we try to see if Charmin come in and whatever. Um, Ladies and gentlemen, they them Zai Zo, everyone that's tuning
Who's
in,
that?
if you're sharing the live, please be careful out here, okay? Because COVID is not playing this third stage. It's really touching home to a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many different variants that are out. If you do not know how to protect yourself or what to do if you happen to test positive, please do not be afraid to pick up your iPhone or your computer and type in CDC.gov and they will give you all the information you need because a lot of us are walking around reusing masks. A lot of us are touching things and not cleaning our hands. A
mhm.
lot of us are not standing 6 feet. A lot of us are
A lot of us.
having gatherings that are more than 10 or 15 people. And a lot of
Going
us
to
are
fucking
traveling. And a lot of us are like not being honest with ourselves and really going to get tested. So
yeah.
really protect yourself and not only protect yourself, but protect people that are around you. So therefore we can at
Mm-hmm.
least stop this spread of COVID or whatever variant that's going around. Because a lot of our people in our ballroom community and everywhere, sex parties, whatever, and all, thank you, Dickie. Please be careful.
Yes.
He just typed in the thing, girl.
I'm trying to fucking surfboard. Can we stop these viruses and shit?
Oh my God.
I've been trying to surfboard since Beyonce released that goddamn song. And you can't just go surfboard with anybody. You got to go surfboard
Come on,
with
you
your
had
cousin.
like 3 years before the pandemic to bust a little surfboard.
Sis,
Come on.
I know, right? We're in like the 3rd year of this, right?
Yeah.
Wow. I hope this shit is over this year, man.
No shade.
No shade.
Lock it down. No shade. Lock it down.
Okay,
Shut
if we're
it
gonna lock
down.
this down, if we're gonna lock this motherfucker down again, give me my money so I can start my clothing line. And let's invest. And when it's all over with, we'll have our own, our entrepreneurship.
They want to keep the money though. That's the problem.
And that's
they
the
want to
thing
keep
too about
it.
the government.
They don't
know
want to
who's
give the girls
fucked.
their money.
Hello government. Shout out to the government.
But we also
watching.
They also don't have it. You remember, America's
most
broke,
monitored
y'all.
and recorded.
Mm.
Oh, hey y'all.
Okay.
Hey, throw up your peace
Well,
sign.
ladies and gentlemen, this wasn't like like our scheduled regular show, which is on either a Wednesday or a Sunday. This is supposed to be an exclusive with Father Playboy Charmin and with the Mattels to get their side of the story. So I'm not gonna hold my ladies long. We really gave our tea. We said happy birthday to all our Capricorns. We said Happy New Year. We let you know we now have a red phone that you can call into now. So we're about to probably dash.
We are.
We have a call. Hold on. I put it on mute because I scanned.
Mm-hmm. I'm hungry. That's why I keep bringing up food, bitch. I'm about to go see my kids, get some beans and rice.
Okay.
Yes, caller, please speak.
Hello, is this Crime Stoppers tip line?
No, this is, you know what? Okay, so
what
look.
the fuck?
What did he say?
The Crime Stoppers tip line?
Fuck out of here.
Okay, so let me lay some rules down here for tea time, okay? So first and foremost, when it comes to this red phone, if it's not a serious question or if you're calling to prank, please save that for someone who's in the phone book. I'm not the one for that, okay? And the next thing, okay?
And don't be trying to call asking for me.
Okay. The next thing also, very important, okay? This is very important. This is very important for people that are watching now and for people that come back and watch, okay? When we schedule a tea time show, at least try to show up. Please be respectful for our time, just like we're being respectful for your space and your time to give you the platform to speak and say your piece. Just be respectful and respect our time when it's time for you to do your segment. With that being said, Happy New Year's to everyone. Love everyone because everyone is caught, and that is great. I will be in LA this weekend. Class information coming soon.
Blessed be.